with the amateur radio with WHCPT Captain Don again. We are going to be working at satellite SO-50. It's rising in 21 seconds. Hopefully there's some people on there. See what happens. Yeah, still got 10 seconds, so. All right, here it goes. Let's see how we do. I'm actually seeing the signal on my radio, but I'm not hearing nothing yet. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Of course, my arms are going to get sore here. Once I'm hearing it better, I'll turn up the volume. I'm not hearing anything right now. I'm working satellite SO-50, and immediately following that, the International Space Station. I'm going to be working the FM repeater on that. So far, there's nothing heard on SO-50. It's only at 8 degrees though. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Give it a minute here. Satellite SO-50 on the International Space Station. I mean the SO-50 satellite. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. I'm hearing people now. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 3 Golf Fox Papa, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82 QSL.
Fox Golf Papa. Whiskey 3 Fox Golf Papa into FYA. Into FYA, W3 Fox Golf Papa, Fox Mike 18. Good evening. Good evening. We're up here in FN 41 QSL. Fox Mike 41 QSL. Fox Mike 18. Into QSL. Thanks for the contact. Into FYA.
And to FYA, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82 QSL, John.
FYA, this is Kilo Echo 9 Alpha Kilo India Echo November 62 QSL. Kilo 6 Kilo Echo 9 Alpha Kilo India. Correct.
I'm doing International Space Station. I'm sorry, SO-50 satellite contacts. Amateur radio.
Have a good evening.
Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82.
This is Kilo Echo 9 Alpha Kilo India Echo November 62 QSL. This is Whiskey 3 Fox Papa Fox Mike 18 QSL. Fox Papa Kilo Echo 9 Colorado. Thank you. 73. 2.
Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82.
N2 FYA FN 41.
N2 FYA W8CPT QSL.
W8CPT N2 FYA. Good evening. How you doing over there?
Doing good. I've been trying to get in for like 5 minutes. First time somebody heard me. Thanks for coming back. 73.
73s. Have a good evening out there, Don. Yay, Charlie Papa Tango. Kilo Echo 9 Alpha Kilo India Echo November 62 QSL.
Kilo Echo 9 Alpha Kilo India. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82 QSL. I'm going to lose the satellite now. Look at the chat here for a minute. Not aliens, nope. Other amateur radio operators through SO-50 satellite. Next will be the International Space Station FM repeater. Yep, I just found the signal again.
QSL. Hey, did you get my QSL card?
I want to say no, but I will look again. But I'm not going to be back at my house for a few days. I'll let you know in about 4 or 5 days.
I'm going to lose the satellite here, but let me know. I'll call my clock on the
right, QSL, John. I'll let you know. 73. All right, so that was John, N2FIA, asking me if I got a QSL card that they send in the mail. I don't think I got it. He said he dropped some on the ground or something, probably in the wind. So basically, that was the satellite SO-50. It's a small cube satellite that they put up in space, and it's orbiting the Earth, and it has an FM repeater. And I use this HT and this antenna to talk. My signal goes up to the satellite, bounces off it basically, back down to Earth, and other amateur radio people answer me. So the next one we're doing is the International Space Station. There are actually astronauts on that, as you probably know, and they are probably sleeping right now, so they won't jump on and say hi. Sometimes they do, but there are other amateur radio operators like myself that are working it. We actually have 4 minutes before that one rises, so I can answer some questions or whatnot right now. So yes, I have. About 3 weeks ago, I talked to astronaut Matthew Dominic when the space station was flying over. And then last summer, I talked to astronaut Woody Hoberg 4 times. They're sleeping right now, so I don't expect them to jump on. And I don't think any of the passes tonight are going to be early enough for them because they're on UTC time. So I don't expect them to be on. Are you an amateur radio operator? Because you can listen without having your license, but you can't transmit. You have to have your technician license, which is the first of 3 that you can get for amateur radio to actually transmit. Okay, well, look up ham radio prep. I don't know if the website's actually hamradioprep.com or what, but ham radio prep for about $70, I think you can order their program, and they have videos for the technician level, the general level, and the extra level. And you're basically memorizing questions and answers to pass the test. You can take the test online. You don't have to go to an amateur radio club and take it. You can actually find a way to take it online. Ham Radio Prep will show you how to do that. And I'm not affiliated with them. I just use them myself, so it works. And then once you get your first license, the technician level, you get a call sign, and then you can do what I'm doing right now. So look into that. If you have any more questions, you can send me a message. Let's see, how can you get a hold of me? Well, comment on this video once it goes live, or any of my other videos, and let me know how to get a hold of you through email or something, and I'll contact you. Cool. Fishing. See, now, were you watching my fishing live last night by chance? I was actually fishing for sturgeon. That's why the Captain Don, my call sign is W8CPT, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, and the CPT's for Captain. I actually had to retire early from both my main job, which was a pipe fitter, and fishing charter captain because of health reasons. But I actually got out and went fishing for sturgeon again last night for the first time. And I did pretty well as far as my health. So my buddy caught a 60-incher. There's a video on here from the live for that on this, if you look on my channel. And I'm going back out again tomorrow night, so there might be some videos for tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet. So since I see fishing's in your name, you might want to check that out too. We got 1 minute and 4 seconds before the space station. The one my buddy caught last night was 60 inches. These are lake sturgeon. They're not as big as the white sturgeon out in Washington and all that. Charter captain out of Savannah, Georgia. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I still fish for them. I would say next summer, maybe, if you want to try to go out and catch one. I mean, I'm not doing charters no more, but I'd take you. Got 31 seconds, and I gotta work the International Space Station FM repeater, make contacts with other hams throughout the U.S. I don't expect the astronauts to be on because they're sleeping, but that's what we're gonna be doing here. So 20 seconds out. It's kind of a low pass. I don't know how good we'll make contacts on this one, but I'm gonna try. I don't talk political stuff on this channel, so don't bring it up because it's not going to happen. Okay, here comes the satellite, so it's breaking the horizon. Let's see when we hear it. I'm using this HT and this antenna, pointing it at the space station as it's flying over Michigan. I don't make people mods that I don't know. I'm sorry. If I get to know you better and I know I could trust you, then I'll make you a mod. But right now I don't know you. All right, so the space station's at 2 degrees above the horizon right now. We'll hear it in a second here. We'll hear the people all over the United States, and I'll be able to talk to them. I can't really make it, so this is what I'm doing. I'm pointing this antenna. I'm pointing the antenna at the satellite, but I want the radio close so you can hear what I'm doing instead of seeing me do what I'm doing, because I'm just basically pointing an antenna at the satellite. So far, nothing heard. I just have a sore arm. It's at 5 degrees right now. I'm not going to talk to the astronauts. I'm going to talk to other ham radio operators like me all over the U.S. The astronauts are probably sleeping, and they only pop in like once in a blue moon. I did talk to Matthew Dominic, the astronaut, about 3 weeks ago. That is in my channel here if you want to subscribe and look for it. I'm not hearing anybody talk yet. It's only at 7 degrees though. I can't see it right now either, so I'm guessing at where it's at. This tells me if it'll focus on it. This tells me where it's at on the radio. So I'm trying to find it right now, if anybody's on there. There's going to be people on there, because I was just working SO-50, another satellite with no astronauts on it, and there were people on there. So yeah, they just did their spacewalk this morning, early this morning. Highest spacewalk. Here we go. That's the beacon from the space station. So I'm in it now. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Look up Ham Radio Prep online. They got a good course. It's about $60, and it'll teach you how to take the test and pass it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. There's got to be people on it. I know, because they were just on the other satellite. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. This one might be a bummer. The northern lights are pretty low tonight. They're not really hitting me, but they could be affecting the signal. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. I should be hearing it, but I'm not. We heard the beacon from it. I'll answer more questions when we're done here. I'm trying to get the satellite here, the space station repeater. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. There we go. I heard it a little bit. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. There we go. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. I don't know why I'm not hearing it. I should hear it. There we go. Getting a big signal from it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. It's pretty low on the horizon. That might be why. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. This one might be a bummer. I don't want to give up yet, but it's back down to 12 degrees. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Somebody's trying to answer me. I hear somebody out there. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. All right, I'm going to call it quits for that. There'll be another pass in an hour, and I definitely will be able to work that one because it's higher. So let me get situated in the truck here, and I'll look at the chat and answer questions. So that was a no-go for the International Space Station, but I did make a contact on SO-50 satellite. So what is this thing beeping at me for in the middle of the night? So you did hear me, okay. I didn't hear anybody on that pass for some reason. I heard a little bit of somebody trying to answer me, I think. Give me a minute here. I gotta take this off of the gimbal, and then I'll hold the phone. So you did hear me. I don't know why I wasn't hearing everybody else. Okay, I think I did hear you say CPT, but I did not hear your call sign at all, so I guess I can't count it. But I did hear CPT or something like that. All right, let me look through the chat real quick. Okay, I think this is where I left off. Ham radio prep is what I suggest Googling to get your license and learn how to take the test. Frequency, I'm too late now, but the downlink is 437-800 and the uplink is 145-990. PL tone 67. No, you can't make money doing ham radio. Yeah, CB, you can't do this with CB. You have to be a ham radio operator, and CB is on HF frequency. Yeah, ham radio is the nickname for it. Still going through the chats, people. I'll be back at the live ones in a minute here. Yes, I'm in Michigan. Yeah, it's quick contacts because when the space station is going over the United States, it's only over the United States for about 10 minutes. So we basically say our call sign, which mine's W8CPT, Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, and the grid square is where you're located. Echo November 82 lets them know I'm in Michigan, in the part of Michigan that I'm in. And then they say that back. When the astronauts get on, they pretty much just say your call sign and welcome aboard the International Space Station. And once in a while, you can ask them a question and they'll answer it if you get in and they want to answer it. My radio is I'm still going through the chats. I'm sorry for people that might be still asking questions live. My radio is a TYT UV390 with OpenGD 77 firmware on it. It automatically tracks the satellite Doppler, so I don't have to change frequencies. Just got to point the antenna. And yes, it is a repeater, but it's on the International Space Station. So my signal's hitting the International Space Station as it flies by. The FM repeater is bouncing it back down to Earth for other ham operators to answer. And then now I'm at where Chris said he heard me. For beginner ham radio, what do you recommend I buy off of Amazon? That's kind of a depends on what you want to do. I'm at that question now. So for beginner ham radio, there are repeaters around where you live, most likely, where you can use 2 meter and 70 centimeter, and you can bounce your signal off them repeaters, but much like I was doing with the space station just now. And you can talk to hams in your local area. So for that, you would need like a cheap radio to mess around with is a Bofang UV5R. Remember though, you can't legally transmit unless you have your license. You can listen all you want though. If you want to talk around the world, then you need to get into an HF transceiver. And basically, if you go to ham radio prep and you pay for those courses and learn what they teach you as much as you can, memorize the questions and answers, you'll know more about it. Or just Google and look it up. All right, so I am done through all the chats. And if there's anybody still on here, it says there's 10 people here. So if anybody's got any questions, I just worked the satellite SO-50 and I made one contact with N2FYA. He is in Connecticut and I'm in Michigan. Oh, is it? 121's coming up. Let's try it, dude. 16 seconds. Let's go do it. I got it programmed in my radio. If you're going to be on it, let's see if we can hit it. Where's it actually going? Starting in the south, going to the west. Okay, we're going to do it. Let's go do it. This one's tricky. Have you worked it before? Let me get my radio on. I don't have my gimbal. You guys are going to just have to put up with where my phone is for recording. Oh, you're not working it? All right, well, maybe somebody's working it, hopefully. It's going 31 degrees, so let's see what we can get. So starting in the south. All right, cool. It's at 5 degrees for me right now. I don't hear it yet. I'm trying to really follow it close. Of course, my arm's getting sore. I gotta switch. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. In a minute here, it'll be in a clear spot in the sky. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. I'm gonna get it. Give me a minute. I'll tell you what's going on when I'm done. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Alright, I'm trying. Here we go. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. I just heard somebody faintly. This one's a really hard one to get. You got the echo, cool. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. 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 Alright, I'm giving up on that one. Now I'll be able to talk. Okay, so that was satellite SO-121. I did hear somebody faintly. I could not pull out their call. Chris, did you hear me at all? I was pointing right at it. I know I had the signal in the right spot. I don't know why. Don't know why I wasn't getting a good receive. Could be because the aurora's going on tonight. Oh, you did hear me? Okay, cool. I didn't hear. I heard somebody say something. Kilo maybe? I don't even know what your call sign is. Kilo something maybe? Okay. So I did hear you when you said it, but all I pulled out was like kilo 9, I'm guessing. But I don't know for sure. I heard I heard 2 digits, kilo 9, I think, but I don't know. It was really, really bad quality. I don't know how many holes I have, but I know that you're gone off from my channel, so bye. No, it was cool, man. Thanks for trying. I tried that one night with Whiskey 0 Charlie Yankee Charlie. And first time I ever tried it, and I made a QSO with him, and then I made a QSO with N2FYA John. Hang on, I got 2 things going on here. My buddy's out fishing. I don't want to ignore him. He just texted me. There's dumb people that come on here that just say stupid stuff, nasty stuff. I just get rid of them. I'm gonna have to run to the gas station, get more smokes. But anyway, Chris, thanks for trying. I'm glad you heard me. Was it strong or was it just weak? Did you hear me more than once? I'd like to know if I'm actually getting out. But I don't know if you know, but with that SO-121, its transmitter is only 0.48 watts. So receiving the signal from that satellite is very hard to do. So that's probably why I didn't hear much. I was pointing at it, but it was a low pass, and a higher pass would be better for that one. Um, I really should um, I really should look for a higher pass of that, but it's usually right at night and nobody else is on it. So I'm gonna look and see what the next pass is that I'm gonna do. Probably the International Space Station. Let's see. Well, for anybody that wants to see the Chinese space station, yeah, you would hear me in Ohio, as long as you're following the pass and you have the right equipment. Yes, you would hear me. You would. I've made QSOS contacts through the International Space Station repeater and some of the other satellites from Michigan to California to Washington State. I actually heard a ham operator in Greenland. And I thought I made a contact with him, but he never confirmed it. Florida, and then as far south as Cuba. So yes, Ohio, you would definitely hear you'd be able to make contacts with a bunch of people all over the U.S. Yeah, and then with the HF part, high frequency part of amateur radio, it's different equipment you have to get, and some of it's expensive. You can buy used equipment, for a little bit cheaper, like $500 for a transceiver, and then get a $200 end-fed half-wave antenna, and you can talk all the way around the world. I talked to Australia, Japan, all the European countries, everywhere, man. It's fun. Not with this radio and setup. It's obviously different, bigger radio and stuff. But yeah, Google ham radio, and there's got to be some YouTube videos explaining what it is. Maybe I should make a video like that. The different aspects of ham radio, and show you what equipment I use to do. What equipment I use to do each part and where I can reach with it and whatnot. Give me an idea for another video. I'll do that probably next week sometime. I'm doing well, thank you, Nanny. All right, I'll do that. I'll do that because there's, I can show you a little bit right now. So let me turn this radio on. Hang on a minute. Gotta excuse the mess in my truck too. But so this is what's called a mobile radio when you're in your vehicle. Let me turn my camera here. Alright, right here. And see, I got it set for mobile node. That is something called All-Star. All-Star is through the internet, but it'll link you to a repeater that's in anywhere in the world. So hold that thought, and I'm going to turn the channel here. So this is a local, oh wait, I'm sorry, I got to do this one. This is a local repeater in Michigan, part of Michigan I'm in. This is your microphone. I'm gonna key up and see if anybody's out there. W8CPT. See, it's identifying. That lets you know that you actually hit the repeater. If anybody was on here, they would answer me. There is somebody on the DMR side of it, because you just seen that line go off. It's different frequency, or different mode, I should say. But they're not on this channel. So, see, there's another channel I can try, I think. These are all the same. That's GMRS. That's a free. You don't have to take a test. Not free. You don't have to take a test for GMRS license, but you have to pay $35. See if we can find that. Somebody must be talking on that DMR frequency. So these are all repeaters that I have programmed in around the area. Different channels. Kind of like talking on CB radio, but you use a repeater and it makes your signal go out further. See if there's anybody on any of these. I mean, when you key up on them, though, you can see if you're reaching them because it gives you a back to.
WHHP repeater.
So I can definitely reach the one in Oak Park. And then there's one in Detroit. Let's see if I can reach that one. See, that one I can't reach. It didn't give me a tone back. Here's a 2 meter in Detroit. Let's see what that one does. Nope, I didn't reach that one either. Here's one in Livonia. Didn't get that one either. Novi I should hit.
Go to the N8OVI repeater.
So a repeater is just like a big radio that has basically two radios built into it. So one end of it will, let me get this back to me. One side of it will pick up the transmitting that you're putting toward it. And then the other side will transmit what you said back out to everybody else, and vice versa for every other operator out there. So only one person can talk at a time. In general, there's other ways that you can talk over people, but we won't discuss that right now to not confuse you. It's on a big, they put it on a big antenna. You know, if you Google a ham radio FM repeater, you'll see what it actually physically looks like probably. And then they have huge towers that go sometimes 200 feet in the air that their antennas are on. So you can get a 20, 30, 40 mile range, sometimes 50. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is the HF, which is high frequency radios that you use to talk all around the world. Local too, but mostly around the world. Then with these HTs, you don't have to use a repeater. You can get on the same legal frequency as somebody else you know, and you can talk. Like with this one, it's 10 watts. I could probably talk about 15 miles. Just, it's called simplex, person to person, without going through a repeater. Yeah, there's lots of stuff. There's what's called DMR, and you use the internet for that too. There's lots of different ways you can talk on ham radio. It's fun. It's kind of like CB back in the day. I don't know how old you are, but it's kind of like CB radio back in the day, where it had 40 channels. But if you're a licensed amateur radio operator, you got lots of different ways you can talk all over the world, close and far. Okay, so 18. Now, I don't know where you're from, but if you're in the U.S., in a state or whatever, but if you look up ham radio or amateur radio clubs near me on Google, there's probably clubs close to you that you could go to. And they welcome all new members, anybody, especially younger people like yourself. You know, you just go to one of their meetings that they have and just tell them that you're interested in it. And yeah, Ohio, I'm sure there's some in Ohio. Well, let's see. Hey Google, amateur radio clubs near Wellington, Ohio. There's a Lorain County Amateur Radio Association. So that's Northern Ohio. I'm taking it. You have, let's see. You have quite a few. Wellington Radio Club. I'm assuming that's in Wellington. Oh, that's where you're at. Ah, check that out. There's one called the Wellington Radio Club. I'm looking at it right now. Hello, suspect band. Your name makes me not even want to say anything because why would you have a name like that? But hello, I'm in a conversation with somebody. Their website is k4wrc.org. Okay, no wonder you have suspect banned because you're getting banned again. Okay. So anyway, there's the Wellington Radio Club. That should be right near you. I'm trying to see if it gives a location. For some reason, it doesn't give a location, but it's got to be in Wellington. Well, I mean, come on, man. His name was Suspect Banned, unless it was because I already banned him. But did you see his name as Suspect Banned, or uh, or was that just on my end? There's Finley Radio Club. There's Dayton Amateur Radio Club. Wayne Amateur Radio Club. Ohio Area Repeater Directory. You can look up where all the repeaters are. Alliance Amateur Radio Club. There's a bunch of them. Just Google amateur radio clubs near me. Yeah, okay. All right, so down to 3 people here. If anybody has any questions, type it in now while I'm doing this little bit of talking here, and I'll answer. I'll stay on and answer them. If nobody really has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I got to run up to the gas station. I got to log the last 3 satellites that I did, the contacts. I'm getting behind because my lives have been lasting longer with me answering questions. But I don't mind answering questions if you have any. So if anybody has a question, go ahead and ask. I'll give it a little bit here to see if anything pops up. Yep, I'll be chasing the birds too. Satellite. Oh, I was doing that. Hang on a minute. The next space station, next one I'm doing live is. Ah, man. Well, I could do SO-50 back to back again with the ISS. So 1:27 a.m. is SO-50, which is 48 minutes from now, followed immediately by the International Space Station again. Okay, cool. So I'll be doing SO-50 in, what'd I say, 47 minutes, and then I'll be working the International Space Station again in 59 minutes. Let's see. So UTC, it's 4:30 a.m. I don't expect the astronauts to be up yet, but you never know. If they fall out of bed, hit a space bump, and decide to grab the radio, they might be on there. But anyway, I'll look for you. What was your call sign again? Just so when I get you, I know I'll try to remember Chris. There's so many names I'm trying to remember. It's like crazy. I feel like I've worked you before. Kilo Foxtrot 0. Yeah, I just worked you on one of the ISS passes. Did you ended up getting me? I answered you. I know I did. I gotta go back through my lives and see if I Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, I knew your call sign was familiar from the night, actually, for sure. Cool. I'm gonna do some more HF live too. I'm gonna probably be next week, but I'm gonna actually go on, pick a frequency and probably 20 meter, and just call out and let people call out to me so they can hear all their HF radio sounds. I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Be live on Facebook while I'm doing it. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube. Be live on YouTube while I'm doing it, and then that way, they could pause the YouTube while they're making the QSO with me, and then play it back and see how they sounded. Because you really don't know how you sound on the other end, So I think it's kind of cool when you get to hear that. Okay, so POTA and the space station. I do quite a few times. I'll jump on the space station when I'm doing POTA and get POTA contacts. So that's cool. All right, I'm out of smokes. I gotta go to the gas station. So with that, I am gonna say 73 for now. About 44 minutes or so. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do another back-to-back SO-50 and space station. So I will see y'all then. Thanks for watching Amateur Radio with W8CPT. Captain on here saying 73 for now.